welcome back to my channel. So you know, I told you it was coming, my Pan That Palette in Order update. Can you guess what's happening? Can you guess? I am so sick of this palette. I don't know what I was thinking last year. I started this project last year because Caitlin Costello was doing it and I was heavily inspired by her. Go check out her channel. She posts every single day, tons of videos, tons of content. I'm sure you already do follow her, but if not, go check her out. But anyway, I was very much thinking I can do Pan That Palette in Order. That looks easy. I can do it. Let's pick a Beauty Bay palette because Beauty Bay is easy for me to hit pan on. And I picked the Earthly. 42 pans in this palette. 42. Who am I? What was I thinking? It's also a green palette. It is green. It has obviously neutrals. It has, you know, some other bits and bobs, but it's massively, heavily green. Also, whenever I say I can hit pan in Beauty Bay, I just don't think I've ever really tried to hit pan in green shades. I was looking back, you know, I hit pan in all my Book of Magic. I hit pan in like a bunch of other Beauty Bay stuff that I don't have anymore because I can't really keep Beauty Bay because it doesn't last. And so I wanted to get a lot of use out of my Beauty Bay because, you know, before I have to declutter it completely, I want to use some of it up. So I thought, you know what, this is going to make sense. But come on, like this is ridiculous. What was I thinking? And I have used this palette so much. I think my last update was in December. It is the end of February because I just have not wanted to update you because I don't have an update. I have been using these shades that I've needed to use and nothing is happening. I don't even see a difference in the shades. Now, when I actually look at the numbers of how many times I've gone into these shades, it's actually very small. So it's all my fault. I just haven't been focusing on green. I haven't. Even when I had the red hair, I was like, I'm gonna go green more. And then I just felt like it just didn't go. So it is a me thing. I picked the wrong palette. It went completely wrong. So let's get into it. I do have some changes, obviously, I'm going to be making today. Sometimes in life, you just have to admit failure and then move on. So, you know, that is a hard word for me to say, failure, because it just doesn't happen very often for me. I don't like it. No, I'm joking. But anyway, I'm being uber dramatic, but yes, it is quite annoying that I have used this a lot and I have nothing to show for it. So I actually did make some changes a couple of updates ago where I was no longer doing it in order. Like I started up here, which is obviously a big issue because a lot of these greens are not really my thing. I probably should have started over here, maybe done the opposite and do all the neutrals, and then maybe I would have had a lot more success in this, but it is what it is. So I started up here. This one was fine. It was a little difficult, but it was fine. Then I hit pan in this one. I pretty much hate pan in this because it is a dark shimmer and I hated it. I used it as a liner a bunch of times. It was horrible. Then I hit pan in Fern. It was nice. It was fine. But at that point, I realized that I'm going to have an issue because I have another dark green here. And I was desperate to get down to here and I just didn't end up getting there. So I ended up doing a Pan That Palette in Order cubed, because a lot of you recommended it and I thought it was a really good idea. So wherever I have a pan, I can try to hit pan in the shade next to it, not diagonally, but across, up or down, right? So that means that I've been working on Ivy, I've been working on Trance, I've been working on Leafy. I already have a pan in this shade, so I've been working on Seaweed, Pickle, and Brick. I think I made my life even harder by including that because it did give me more options, but then it allowed me to not focus on just one shade, but I started focusing on how many shades is that? 5 different shades. And that in itself is an issue because I do pan those eyeshadows. I have Pan That Palette. I have Project Level Up. I do my Shop My Stashes where I want to go into certain other palettes that are not in projects. And so this really caused a massive issue. A massive issue. Plus I have actually another one. I have No Pan Left Behind now. And my No Pan Left Behind are all my Colourpop singles, and the first tier that I picked there's a bunch of greens in there. And so I wasn't going into there because I had all these greens that I need to figure out what I'm doing with. So yeah, a long rant over. Let's get into my update, shall we? And then let's talk about what I'm going to do next. All right, so I did end up going into this shade quite a lot. I thought I was going to hit pan in it, But as you can see, ooh, the sun is out. I'm just gonna, where am I gonna put you? Maybe over here. I think it'd be a little bit better for you to see over here. I mean, maybe you could see in the sun. I don't actually know. Maybe it'll look better in the sun, who knows? But that one, I went into it 9 times since my last update. 9 times, 11 times in total, and that's what it looks like. Nothing. And usually Beauty Bay doesn't take me very long to hit pan. Even mattes don't take me very long to hit pan. I'm nowhere near hitting pan in this. I don't know what's going on. So that one, you know, that's where it is. Then I used Trance 5 times. Trance is up here. I actually like this green. It's a nice green. It doesn't clash too much with some other greens that I have. So that is a nice green, but I went into it 5 times, 6 times in total, which I guess I can believe. There's nothing there. You can't see anything. A little bit of disturbance. That's it. Okay, I've also gone into Leafy, which is underneath that one, 5 times. Can you see any difference there? Can you? That one, it's only been 5 times total. I didn't go into it the previous months. And then I went into Pickle just once since my last update. I was getting fed up. I went into that one once. That one I've gone into twice, so not too many times. And then I also went into Ivy, which is this one up here. That one doesn't look any different. And I've gone into that 4 times in total. Yeah, so I did not go into Seaweed this time. So I've actually been working on 6 shades, not 5 shades. But this last month, or last 2 months, I've gone into, actually this is 3 months. I think the last time I updated you was November. So I don't know. But you know what? We're going to retire this palette. I'm not obviously decluttering it, but I'm going to put it back in my drawers. I'm just sick of seeing it. I got more use out of it, yeah, but I also didn't end up going into the shades that I actually ultimately like in that palette, which is kind of put me off. So I need to put it away and grab it and just go into the shades that I want to. So I will do that not now, in a few months' time when I'm allowed myself some time to breathe from it. Don't want to see it at all anymore. So it's going in the drawers. Okay, so we're going to start a new approach for this. Well, we're just going to pull a new palette. That's all that is. I'm not changing anything. This might be a cheat. It might be like I'm going to be rolling in an all shimmer palette from Gloss Gods. Gloss Gods have very, very, like their depth of their pans are minute. They're very easy to hit pan on. I'm going to say that, and I do back that up. I do think they're very easy to hit pan on when it comes to their shimmers. When it comes to their mattes, it takes me forever. When it comes to their shimmers, it doesn't. And I have quite a lot of all shimmer palettes from Beauty Bay, from Gloss Gods, and did not go. This is one of the palettes that I did not touch at all last year, and I pulled it from my Shop My Stash, and I still haven't gone into it. It's one of my favorite palettes in my collection, and I haven't gone into it. So I'm going to roll this one in. The Look for Rainbows palette from Gloss Gods. Gorgeous. Sometimes you can still get this. It might still be online, although they are like revamping everything and they had like a 50% sale and like tried to get rid of everything. So I don't really know what's happening with that brand. But if you have this palette, you can like follow me along. But anyway, this is all shimmer, as you can see. I already do have a pan. It didn't take me long at all. This is a really, really beautiful palette, and I think I could just go into it whenever I want to. I will try to still do the in order theme, obviously. So I think because I already have a pan, I'm quite happy to stick with that cube idea and not like start on one of these corners. So I'm gonna try to hit pan in this one, or this one for the next update. And that's gonna be my new Pan That palette in order. I think it's going to make me so much happier. Like, this is quite bright, but we're going into spring, so I do tend to like go into like definitely these colors of blues. Also a lot of this does kind of flip, so they're blue, but they're also like purpley and stuff. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do for my Pan That palette in order. I have decided. If you want to follow me along, that's fine. But yeah, we are going to just say goodbye to this. You've done okay. You have made me angry, but it's fine. You're going back in. Because what I will refuse to do when I do like project pans of any kind, I do not want to hate pan. And I just felt myself hate panning or like using this just because I felt like I had to and I didn't have any enjoyment. So I'm going to remove that because once you're not enjoying panning items, it's just not enjoyable. And I want to do this to enjoy myself. So anyway, that is my update for my Pan That palette in order. What do you think? I think I've made the best decision that I can, We will see though how I get on with the look for rainbows. I'm very excited. As I said, it's like one of my favorites from Gloss Gods, and I didn't go into it at all last year, so I feel really bad if I can get pan in every single shade. That's really exciting. And I might just like grab another all shimmer palette once I've done that. But we'll see, we'll see. I think my goal is to use everything that I have as much as possible this year, as it is always, but also just get more pans and palettes. So I think this will get me there. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you next time. Bye.